The relationship between Henry Kissinger and Klaus Schwab is a fascinating and complex interplay of two influential figures in global affairs. Henry Kissinger, a renowned American diplomat and political scientist, served as the U.S. Secretary of State and National Security Advisor, playing a pivotal role in shaping U.S. foreign policy during the Cold War era. On the other hand, Klaus Schwab, a German economist and engineer, is the founder and executive chairman of the World Economic Forum, an organization that has become a prominent platform for discussions on global economic and political issues. Behind the public image of these figures lies a controversial relationship that raises questions about their shared backgrounds, ideologies, influence on each other's work, engagement with elite networks, and the criticism they have faced. This video delves into the intriguing connection between Kissinger and Schwab, exploring their impact on global affairs and the perception of their contributions by the public and critics alike. Shared background and worldview. While Henry Kissinger and Klaus Schwab came from different academic backgrounds, they shared a worldview shaped by their experiences during significant historical events. Kissinger's early life in Nazi Germany and his subsequent immigration to the United States shaped his perspective on the balance of power and the role of diplomacy in international relations. Similarly, Schwab's experiences growing up in post-war Europe may have influenced his belief in the importance of cooperation and collaboration between governments and businesses. Both figures believed in the value of dialogue and engagement in addressing global challenges. Kissinger's influence on Schwab. Henry Kissinger's geopolitical insights and foreign policy ideas have had a profound impact on global affairs. His approach to diplomacy, characterized by realpolitik and pragmatism, sought to advance U.S. interests while navigating complex international relationships. While Schwab's focus has been on economic and business matters, Kissinger's broader perspective on geopolitics may have influenced his approach to shaping global economic and political agendas through the World Economic Forum. Kissinger's emphasis on engagement with both allies and adversaries, his focus on building networks of influence, and his understanding of the interplay between politics and economics likely resonated with Schwab's vision for the WEF as a platform for fostering cooperation and shaping international policies. Power and elite networks. Both Henry Kissinger and Klaus Schwab have been involved in international power circles, engaging with global leaders and influential entities. Kissinger's role in shaping U.S. foreign policy during the Nixon and Ford administrations brought him into contact with numerous heads of state and decision-makers worldwide. Similarly, Schwab's establishment of the World Economic Forum provided him with a unique platform to interact with political leaders, business magnates, academics, and other influential individuals. This access to elite networks has raised questions about the potential influence and elitism associated with their positions. Criticism and controversies. The involvement of both figures in global affairs has not been without controversy. Henry Kissinger faced criticism for his role in U.S. foreign policy decisions, particularly regarding the Vietnam War, the Chilean coup, and the East Timor conflict. Critics accused him of pursuing a realpolitik approach at the expense of human rights and democratic values. Similarly, Klaus Schwab and the World Economic Forum have faced accusations of elitism, with critics contending that the annual meeting in Davos fosters closed-door discussions that may not represent the interests of the broader global population. Schwab's emphasis on stakeholder capitalism and public-private partnerships has also been met with skepticism from some who question the ability to balance the interests of multiple stakeholders. Engagement with governments and corporations. Both Kissinger and Schwab have engaged with governments, multinational corporations, and other influential entities. Kissinger's diplomatic efforts and negotiations sought to advance U.S. interests and address global challenges during a critical period of Cold War tensions. On the other hand, Klaus Schwab's engagement with governments and businesses has focused on fostering public-private partnerships to address societal issues and promote sustainable economic growth. However, concerns have been raised about the influence that such relationships may exert on global economic policies and the potential implications for democratic decision-making. Impact on globalization and trade. Henry Kissinger's diplomatic efforts played a significant role in shaping globalization and trade policies. His efforts to establish diplomatic relationships with China and his role in negotiating arms control agreements with the Soviet Union contributed to a changing global landscape. Klaus Schwab's initiatives through the World Economic Forum have sought to promote global economic integration and public-private cooperation. The WEF has been a driving force behind efforts to shape global trade policies and foster economic interdependence between countries and industries, human rights, and social responsibility. Critics have raised concerns about human rights issues and social responsibility in relation to both figures' activities. Kissinger's realpolitik approach faced criticism for prioritizing geopolitical interests over human rights considerations. His involvement in controversial foreign policy decisions in countries like Chile and East Timor has led to allegations of complicity in human rights abuses. Similarly, the World Economic Forum's emphasis on stakeholder capitalism raises questions about the extent to which it addresses social and environmental challenges. Critics argue that the focus on business interests may not adequately prioritize social responsibility and human rights concerns. Geopolitical challenges and solutions. Both Henry Kissinger and Klaus Schwab have offered views on addressing geopolitical challenges. Kissinger's emphasis on diplomacy and engagement with adversaries sought to manage Cold War tensions and avoid direct conflict between major powers. Schwab's vision for public-private partnerships and stakeholder capitalism seeks to address economic disparities and foster sustainable development. His initiatives through the WEF aim to create a more inclusive and equitable global economic system. Legacy and future relevance. The legacies of Henry Kissinger and Klaus Schwab on the global stage are likely to be enduring. Kissinger's contributions to U.S. foreign policy and international diplomacy have shaped geopolitical dynamics and continue to influence discussions on international relations. Schwab's establishment of the World Economic Forum has cemented his position as a key player in shaping global economic agendas and fostering cooperation between various stakeholders. The WEF's annual meeting in Davos remains a highly anticipated event in the global calendar. Public perception and divided opinions. Both figures evoke diverse public perceptions, from admiration to skepticism. Henry Kissinger's strategic acumen and diplomatic accomplishments have earned him praise as a statesman. However, criticism of his realpolitik approach and alleged involvement in human rights abuses has also drawn considerable scrutiny. Similarly, Klaus Schwab's vision for stakeholder capitalism and public-private partnerships has garnered support from those who see it as a progressive approach to addressing global challenges. However, criticism of the WEF's perceived elitism and its influence over global economic policies has led to divided opinions. Conclusion and critical analysis. The relationship between Henry Kissinger and Klaus Schwab is complex and multifaceted, with both figures leaving a lasting impact on global affairs. Kissinger's realpolitik approach to international relations and his geopolitical insights have influenced discussions on diplomacy and global governance. Schwab's vision for public-private cooperation and stakeholder capitalism has transformed the way global economic agendas are shaped. While both figures have faced criticism and controversies, their contributions cannot be overlooked. As viewers, it is essential to critically assess the complexities of their influence on global affairs, acknowledging both their achievements and the debates surrounding their legacies. So that's it for today. If you like this video, then please hit the like and subscribe button for more videos. Thanks for watching.